You will be hit with a serious drive.
The Alan Cox Show.
So, Bill, you're at, I'm on the road. Where are you?
I'm at the station. Somebody's got to hold down the fort. So when there's breaking news, there has to be somebody that actually goes to work.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we all saw this morning we heard the press conference we heard some of Dolan and Tito and everybody talking about the Guardians. People I didn't even that don't even live in Cleveland, friends of mine, were blowing me up over this Cleveland Guardians thing. And as I've been punching around the radio on the road, every news station is talking about the Cleveland Guardians. So it's obviously not just a big deal in Cleveland, but it's a big deal everywhere.
Yeah, it's a great day to have something be released.
Wait, something else happened today?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, man. Talk about getting shifted to the side.
Oh, I can't get nothing going. Bo Burnham blowing up my spot. I got this.
Between Bo Burnham and Dolan, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I watched the video this morning. I got chills watching it. I loved it. I thought it was really well done. I didn't even register that it was Tom Hanks until I think you mentioned it in our group chat, and I'm thrilled with it. I think it's a great name. I've been a big fan of the Guardians of Traffic sculptures for a long time. I've incorporated them into some of my like merch that I've sold over the years. So I think it's a very good name. Some of the logo stuff I don't love, but I'll get used to it. It's a logo. You're not always going to love a logo.
Yeah, obviously they're not going to make everybody happy. A couple things that I do like, though. I'm glad it's Guardians because about a year ago, everybody started paying attention to like the list of rumored names that were going around, and there were some awful, awful names on that list. But obviously the organization was just looking for names that weren't being used, and and so you winnow that list down. So I don't have a problem at all with the Guardians. I also like with Guardians that the Cleveland baseball team, I guarantee, is going to be the only one that got its name from traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the entire organization of Major League Baseball, will be like, how'd you guys come up with the Guardians? It's a traffic thing in Cleveland. We figured it would work. We didn't think that the Cleveland stop signs would really instill fear in our other teams, so we went with the Guardians. I don't mind Guardians. I think it's fine.
I don't mind, but it could set a precedent for a team like the Braves, who might have to change their name down the road. And traffic in Atlanta is terrible, so they could be like the Atlanta Gridlock.
Yeah. Hey, they'll be consulting with the Guardians organization on traffic terms. No, I think it's I will say I'm surprised that they did it when they did it. I think they were. I don't know if they were trying to throw people off or it was just coincidental, but I was getting the vibe with all these conversations that they weren't going to release any information until next year.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be when the season was over at the very earliest. And like there was the report in at Cleveland.com that they were ready and they had settled on a name. And I'm like, okay, I thought that was just more in them stringing us along, getting ready to make an announcement about when they're going to make an announcement kind of thing. But this morning we got a nice surprise, and I'm a big fan of it. I don't like the symbol with like the baseball with the G's on the side, a little bit of a Thor look to it. Like it's a little corny, but I think that's fine, and it does still incorporate a lot of the history of old Indians logos. But you're not going to believe this. I was talking to the maintenance guy in my building. He wasn't even offended by the term Indians. This 60-year-old white guy didn't even understand the problem.
What? That guy? He didn't. Now, how does he? It would be a great story if he ended up being very offended by Guardians for a legitimate reason that we don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't have any. I was trying to talk him through his grief because he's a huge Indians fan, and so like there's a lot of people, and they mention it in the press conference where like there's some people that are going to take this hard. If you read the comments, that's a whole fun thing. If you read like on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, people losing their minds over all the different aspects of this for a baseball team that, again, I get it. It's a beloved team. I am a huge baseball fan, but it's just a team name, and it still has a nice look to it, and I think it's a great name for the team. I think Guardians is way better than Indians.
Not only that, but people are still going to be wearing Chief Wahoo baseball caps,
yeah.
and I mean, especially those people who want to let you know that they don't like the new name. That's how they're going to show their displeasure. But so there'll be something for everybody come the 2022 baseball season. But no, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it looks cool. I like the name. It's
the one thing I think they should institute is, people are worried about vaccine passports. I think you should have to have a boycott passport, where if you sent out a tweet that said you're never going to watch another Indians or Guardians game again, you have to wear that around, and they won't let you in the stadium if you tweeted that.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of AI algorithm that can go through every person who's ever scanned a ticket at Progressive Field, where they can go through your tweets and find out if you've ever dropped some knowledge like that, and then they call your bluff on opening day.
Yeah, they come and tap you on the shoulder like, hey, you said you would never come to a game, and we want you to keep your word, so we're going to have to ask you to leave.
We've got somebody here who's ready to take your seat, so thank you for coming. And now on to the, on the Alan Cox Show, we're very big on acronyms and nicknames and things, and of course, we came up with Romo Fijo for the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and I saw that, I don't know who the first person to do it was, but boy, it was fast after they announced the Guardians that somebody online said that Progressive Field now is going to be called the G-Spot, which I also like a lot.
I think we also got to get 50 Cent involved. For the fans, we can be the G-Unit. G-Unit.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. You couldn't do all this stuff. Any nicknames or any jokes you made about Indians were bound to be racist or inconsiderate to some degree. Yes. Guardians is great because the possibilities for having fun with it are endless.
It's sexual innuendo. Live from the corner of Carnegie and Ontario, we're at the G-Spot. We finally found it.
Yeah, that's the other joke online, is that people are like, oh, the attendance of guys will be way down because they won't be able to find the ballpark. No, I think it's cool. I take the opposite tack that a lot of people do. Like you said, I understand history and nostalgia, and especially for people who were born and raised with it. Obviously I'm not a native Clevelander, but I like when things change after a long period of time. I mean, I was reading that it was the 5th name change for the franchise, but those first few were in real quick succession because it's been the Indians since for 105 years or whatever.
Yeah, and it's I also understand the tradition, but it's also, Indians is a mistake. That they were never Indians, they were Native Americans. So whenever someone's like, well, and also if you are a white person, you're like, it doesn't offend me. You're not the target audience for that. And also, it's not even that it's super offensive. It's just dated in a lot of ways too. So it's time to move forward. I like the name Guardians. I think it's going to give us a lot of variety in what we can do with the logos, incorporating the art of the city. There's some Art Deco things you can do with the design from the actual Guardians of Traffic. And, maybe we can do a car giveaway or something.
Yeah. There's all kinds of things you can do. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it'll be fun to see people wearing new merch and jerseys and stuff.
Yeah. And maybe do an RTA day. there's
traffic
so much.
themed promotions.
Yeah, exactly. ODOT, get them, everyone. Orange Barrel Day. Come on, that one is beautiful.
Yeah, get your own personal orange barrel full of Great Lakes beer for $15 or.
Replace the hot dogs racing with different. We'll get a subway or a train car, a scooter, and just a regular commuter car in a bus to race each other. Then people will lose their minds.
It'll just be 3 people dressed up as traffic light colors. They'll go, here comes red. Here comes green.
Go, red, go.
Yeah, so I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Everybody's happy, and it's a good thing finally there's some national news about Cleveland that doesn't involve them exhuming bodies from somebody's backyard.
And you know what? If you're a person that wants to take the Indians down a notch and you want to show you're upset, buy my album and make that the news.
There you go.
Go to BillSquire.com. Very close to getting to number one overall, not overall, but like on the comedy charts.
There was I stopped off to get some gas at a rest stop because we're on the road, and there was a guy in front of me inside getting some chips, and he had a Steelers tattoo on the back of his calf. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if that's in Bill's future.
I don't know if we're going to get that far. Right now we're knocking on the door of the Guy Fieri cosplay. And
all right.
I'm all for that. I've been looking at some shirts on Amazon. Also, now that I realize this, because we're doing this right now, we're never going to be able to take a day off again. We're like, they'll be like, hey, you got AirPods, you can record.
Hey, as long we're in the audio business. As long as I don't have to be on camera, I don't care. All right, I'm gonna continue my driving. I'll see you guys, Billy, on Monday, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you